it's your friendly neighborhood soup lady, Caroline here. I'm going to teach you one of my very favorite soups. I know I do say that every week, yet this is one that I like completely made up, that's kind of like an Asian, Italian love child. It's my tradition for New Year's Eve to make cacio e pepe, but in my cacio e pepe I always put Szechuan peppercorns, so I wanted to take it a little bit further. So I have all these like pretty simple ingredients. We've got a bunch of scallion, some brown rice noodles that have been snapped in half, a head of escarole, some frozen peas, whole head of garlic, some lemon juice. It's like, got a bunch of coconut type things, coconut cream, coconut oil, nutritional yeast. It has like a little slurry of tamari, nutritional yeast, and like cornstarch. But the most important part, this is what I want to tell you, it's a mix of, like I said, Szechuan peppercorns and traditional peppercorns. You just like mash that up in the beginning, and that's how we get started. Garlic, our scallion whites, and half of the greens. Looks about right. And most importantly, those crushed peppercorns. We have our Szechuan and our traditional. And really, it's a very fast cooking start. All we do is just kind of wake it up, give it a couple of minutes. And to this, we add our slurry of arrowroot, tamari, lemon juice, and nutritional yeast. I'm going to add the water. We add the escarole. And then we'll simmer it for like 8 minutes or so until it's tender. We'll add the pasta and turn the heat off and wait 10 minutes, then add the peas and the coconut cream. So this has been simmering for about 8 minutes. The escarole is nice and tender. I'm gonna add our pasta. Again, this is just one box, 12-ounce box of brown rice pasta that I've snapped the noodles in half. I like to keep the noodles nice and long. All right, I'm gonna do my best to add them in a single layer, and I sort of stir in between my additions. Here we go. I'm just gonna let that sit. Now this has been sitting here for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna add my frozen peas, my scallion greens, the remaining ones, and the coconut cream. Sometimes you get a little unfortunate pasta clump, but that's okay. If you get a pair of tongs, you can separate them pretty easily. This looks delicious. All right, I'm gonna make myself a bowl. So the noodles are still pretty slurpy, but that's part of it. I wanted to go for the Chinese tradition of long noodles for long life. And that's why I serve it on New Year's. That's even my cacio e pepe. I would make homemade pasta and keep the noodles extra long. I love a good noodle soup. And this one's my favorite. Well, it's called Roman Noodle. Kind of like a play on ramen noodle. It's very subtle. It's my Roman noodle soup. And it's in my seconds cookbook, which you can get at booklarder.com, a signed copy. So follow along here at YouTube, or come find me on Instagram at Slurp Soup, or come find me on Instagram at Slurp Soup Club, and go to my website, soupclubcookbook.com, and you can get all of this information and more. Hope to see you next week.